يا فتاح يا فتاح. اللهم صل على محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا زدنا علما رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So today we are starting our session continuing the negation topic of negation, and we are at the absolute categorical negation, but it's been so long since we are starting this chapter again. I would like to have a refresh. So initially when we started, we stated that there are two types that we can negate, like one Jumlah Failure and a Jumlah Ismiyah. So we studied types of negation for Jumlah Failure, and for past tense and for the present tense. Sister Simon, do you remember what we studied? How to negate a Jumlah Failure in a past tense?
Oh, yes, Miss Father. So there's two ways to negate the past tense. The first is when we have a mudare and we add lam in
Mm-hmm.
front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And the second way is when we have the madi and we add a ma in front of it.
Very good. And then we have present tense negation. Do you remember that as well?
Same two ways. So this time we have mudare and we add a la, and we have a mudare and we add a ma.
Very good. And there we had a future negation. So what did we study about the future negation?
The future negation, the fi'l has to be mudare, and
Mm-hmm.
we add the lan
Mm-hmm.
in front of it. And the second way is we have a mudari and we add lamma in front of it.
And what does lan make to the fail?
It makes the fi'l mansoob,
Very good.
and the lamma, it doesn't have any effect.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it makes it majzoom. Sorry, lamma makes it
لما
majzoom. Because it's a
والفل.
harf jazm, so it makes it majzoom.
Yes, 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 yes. Lama make it majzoob. So yes, and this is something that we have already studied when we are doing our Fi'l Mudari, when we started our Fi'l Mudari chapter. It was just a reminder or a refresher for us. Apart from that, we studied how to negate the Jumla Ismiya. So, Sister Holma, did you have a chance to listen to the recording? Do you remember anything? Sister Holma? No, I don't think we did. Sorry, Jumla Ismiya. Is that Sister Samia?
No, this is
No,
a failure.
we stopped it after Ril one, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I got ahead. I got at Ril two. Sorry, so we have to start a new topic today. So as we studied some pattern in Jumla failure, now we have some patterns in Jumla Ismiya. Uh, I say that there are two tools of negation in Jumla Ismiya and are Ma and Laisa. These two tools function in a similar way. There are four ways to negate Jumla Ismiya. And what these four ways are given here. Ma, we have Ma in front of it. Then we have a Mubtada Marfu. So we know need.
So we can't see your screen.
Am I not sharing my screen? Oh, I'm sorry. Can you see it now?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
Okay. So for negating a Jumla Ismiya, we're saying that there are two ways. Either we add ma in front of a Jumla Ismiya or we add less in front of Jumla Ismiya. So first, remind me what are the components of Jumla Ismiya? What are the three components of Jumla Ismiya? Sister Hodma?
مبتدأ خبر and متعلق بالخبر.
Okay. So now we're talking about Jumla Ismiya. We know that ma is added in front. It means a ma is added before a mubtada. And what is the default status of mubtada?
مبتدأ is مرفوع.
Is in rafa status. Yes, so mubtada is marfu. So when we have a ma and we have a mubtada or an ism in a marfu form, then we have a khabar mansoob, right? This is our normal Jumla structure, and we add a ma before it, and this is that's how we negate a Jumla Ismiya. The second way is we have a mubtada in marfu, but we have what? Not khabar mansoob, but ba plus khabar majroor. Like we have a hurf jar ba, and the khabar is majroor because it's a jar majroor. Or we can say a mutalik bil khabar fragment of ba. Then we have ma in front of it, and we can negate this sentence. Have you understood the difference between the two?
Ustaz, I have a question. So usually the khabar should be rafa status.
Hmm.
So here the khabar will be mansub.
So tell me why. What is ba?
No, the top one, the first one.
Yes, the khabar is when we have a ma, the khabar will become mansub.
Okay, got it.
That's why they have put it here. The
Okay,
khabar will be mansub.
all right.
And when we have a ma and we have a ba and mutalik bil khabar fragment of ba, it will be a ba plus khabar majroor. So anything that is in grammatically in Arabic, we have for study purpose we put it khabar, mutalik bil khabar and everything. Anything that is defining and a sentence is known as khabar. What is about the sentence is khabar. So khabar is usually by default is rafa in a jumla ismiya. But when we have, like we studied when kana and ikhwatuha, we say that the khabar is always what? Mansub,
Mansub.
right? The same thing is here that sometimes the khabar is mansub when they are explaining it. It's not a rafa. So in this case, ma with ma, khabar is also mansub or can also be a majroor if we have a ba in front of it. So we are specifically talking about ba, not any other jar majroor fragment. Is that understood, Sister Hodma?
Yes.
Okay. The other two is with the lesser, and we have studied lesser before, but we didn't study in detail, saying that when we go to this topic, we have to cover it more. So lesser is another one of the af'al naqisa, and the format remains the same. Lesser with mubtada marfu and khabar mansub. Lesser plus mubtada marfu and jar majrur of ba. So it's something like it's just to remember, right? If you have it noted down and if you remember that, then it's easy to be done. There's nothing more complicated in here. So now I want Sister Samia to please read from notice that.
Notice that they both come before the mubtada and do not change its status. When negating using these tools, one of two things can happen to the khabar. The first, it can be made mansub.
Mhm.
The second, a ba can be attached to it, making it majroor.
Something that we have already covered, right?
Yep.
Okay,
There
carry
are
on.
two tools of negation and two ways to treat the khabar for each. This makes four ways in total to negate a jumla ismiyah. Let us
We studied that we have two options with ma, one option is ma and one option is laisa, but with ma we have two options, with laisa we have two options. That makes it four possible way of negating a jumla ismiya.
Okay. Let us negate the sentence Ar-rajulu muslimun. All possible ways.
What is rajala means?
A man, the man,
The man, and muslimun.
Muslim.
So what? How do you translate it? What does it look like? Jumla ismiya, jumla failure.
Jumla ismiya. The man is a Muslim.
Why you put is between man and Muslim?
Um, invisible is because we have a proper ism and a common ism after.
Very good, very good. Well, alhamdulillah. That is excellent, Sister Samia. This shows that you are revising your lectures and not just leaving things behind. I'm very proud of you. Please carry
Okay.
on reading that. So now you have to explain to me what are the changes happening in all four sentences, right?
Yeah.
Let's do two units and the rest three and four will be Sister Hodma.
Okay. So first we have ma and then we have ar-rajulu.
Hmm.
So the rajulu is unchanged. It's in rafa status. So this is the mubtada.
Hmm.
And then we have the Musliman, and here we can see that it's in a nasab status. We have khabar,
Mansub.
mansoob.
Very good.
And the second one, we have ma al-rajulu, so same, we have our mubtada, and then we have bi muslimin, so we have ba half of jar
Hmm.
uh, in front, so this makes it the mutalik bil khabar. and the Muslimin is in jar status. So
Okay,
this is the ism majroor.
very good. Now try to translate this sentence.
Okay, so the first one will be uh, the man is not Muslim,
Very good.
and the second one ba means like with or in.
Yes. Translated as with, you know, Bav is with.
Yeah.
However, I
Okay.
don't want to make logic around here. Just translate as you know.
Okay. So the man is not with Muslim. No,
Yes.
of
If it's
is or mm,
or it's not among Muslim, it's not with the
yeah,
Muslim. Like if you're
is
saying
not
that if you're talking about a community or something, so it is
yeah.
not it's not with say this man is not with me, right? You say when two people are together and they're saying, okay, you come on, both of you say no, this person is not with me. He or she is not with me. So that's why
Mm,
how you're saying it, right?
yeah. So this man is not with
Muslim.
Muslim.
Very good. Now, Sister Hodma, you try to attempt 3 and 4, please.
ليس رجل مسلما.
Mm-hmm.
ليس means is not.
Yes.
رجل, so الرجل,
Mm-hmm.
so it's the mubtada and it's got the dhamma, so it's a rafa status.
Very good.
Musliman is ends with fathatain, so it's nasab
So
or
it's
mansub.
Mansub. Very good.
And the second one, laysa, is not. Rajulu
Mm-hmm.
is a mubtada that's marfu'.
Mm-hmm.
Be Muslimin,
Mm-hmm.
that's jar majroor because we have the ba and or the be,
Mm-hmm.
and the Muslimin is in majroor status.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Now try to translate that.
So laysa rajulu musliman. The man is not Muslim,
The man is not Muslim, right?
and the second one means the man is not with the Muslims.
Yes, the man is not the Muslim. And if you have a Rajulaini, what would be the form of Lesa before it?
I have to look at the laysa chart.
Hmm.
Laysa.
Laisa and Laisu.
Okay, rajulaini.
Hmm.
There's two of them.
No,
Mm,
Rajulaini. Two is Lani.
Muslimaini. Yes, so there, that's plural. Lays. Lasna.
Very good. Okay, that's good. That's fine. So now you understand that if we have a Laisa, you have to change the form according to the mubtada of the the gender of the mubtada and number of the mubtada. Very good. So these four variations yield similar meaning. Let us go through each variable and see how it differs from the alternative. So here we going around and studying what is happening in this one. So this bar that we studied that has with Muslim and when making a majroob, this ba is called ba zaida. Right, so that ba zaida does not make any changes in the meaning, but what it does, it just it's extra emphasis. So sorry, my bad. When I was talking to you, I could uh, try to translate it with, but I just it's that slipped by my mind that this is ba zaida, and when it comes out, and it refreshes my memory as well. So please, Sister Samia, read that.
Okay. Ba zaida. The ba is used for extra emphasis. It is considered zaida or extra, meaning that it is present, that its presence does not change the role of the word in the sentence. It is only there for emphasis. The variations without the ba translate as not, while the variations with the ba translate as not at all.
So,
Grammatically,
sorry, I want to stop you here. So when I say that we are translating it as a jar majroor with and all, we have not studied the ba zaida, and that slipped by my mind, and I'm sorry about that. But this ba is here. It's called ba al zaida when we are adding it. Though it's making it grammatically the word after coming it majroor, but it's not translating it um, into the meaning, because when we add a ba like this, it is called ba al zaida and does not have any um, normal ba or majroor ba translation, but it is for the emphasis. So this is called ba al zaida or ba of emphasis.
Okay, it will stick in our heads more now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry, it will
It
be with
will
me
be
as well.
good.
Yeah, I somehow just slipped my mind. Sister Hodma, do you got it what we are saying here?
Yeah, so the how you translate it, the but you don't change the meaning, basically.
Yes, so
It,
what we
it's just used for emphasis.
yes, so when you see a ma or laysa in front of it and then you find a ba before your khabar, whether it's a majroor form, you do not consider as a jar majroor, you translate it as a normal sentence, and this ba is not translated as the meaning of a harf jar, but as what? A ba zaida, which will be only be for emphasis, not adding its own meaning, but adding an emphasis on the sentence. I hope
Okay.
it's clear, right? It's no more confusing.
Yeah.
Or if it is, then I'll try to explain it another way. Tell me frankly, Sister Hodma, because it can be confusing. There are two things that are we are discussing now.
Um, I think I get it. So basically, before we learnt our huruful jazima,
Hmm.
um, and their role and everything, and you learn like all the meanings. But in this instance, you look at the ba and you don't look as a jar majroor
Hmm.
fragment. You look at it as you it being there for emphasis.
Yes. And but do you see that it has affected the ism and make it majroor grammatically, but in translation you will not translate it as a jar majroor fragment.
Yes.
Okay, that's khair. Uh, Now, Sister Hodma, please read from where Sister Samia left.
Variations without the ba translate as not, whilst the variations with the ba translate as not at all. Grammatically, the ba is from the jar majroor,
Hmm.
but because it is from because it is zaida, it does not create a muta'alliq bil khabar. Oh, okay, that makes sense why they wrote khabar at the top.
Hmm.
The khabar and the ba on it still, it is still considered a khabar. This is one of the few cases which a jar majroor in a Jumlah Ismiyah is not considered a muta'alliq bil khabar.
Okay, so there's something that were discussing up till now is that what they have summarized in those words here. So is there anything unclear to anyone, Sister Hodma, Sister Sarah?
No, it's
No.
not.
Okay, inshallah, I will remember it always. Ma, now we have ma. Okay, Sister Samia, I want you to read the ma part, please.
Okay. Ma. Ma is used for refutation or in the context of debate, while laysa is used for plain negation. One way to capture this in translation is by using a no at the beginning of the sentence.
Okay, so we studied refutation before, right? And we studied plain negation as well. So now when we were translating it, Laisa is not, and when we're translating the sentence with ma, it was also coming as a is not. And I was wondering why Sister Samia didn't ask me a question that why ma and Laisa are they are translating similarly, why we have two words, because Sister Samia used to ask this kind of question a lot. So, Sister Samia, if it doesn't come to your mind, this is the answer. I was expecting it's coming from you, but I
Yeah.
was just waiting to come in the end. So,
Well,
Laisa, and we studied Laisa in by its meaning is not. And when we have a normal jumla ismiya, we have a is because of a break. And when we are adding a ma, we are adding a not. So in translation, sorry, no, my mouse is not working. Uh, and ma rajulu musliman and lesa rajulu musliman were translating similarly. There was no difference, right? And as a grammar student, we should have asked that why. Why we have two different way of saying the same thing? There must be something different. So this is the difference. Because when we have a ma, we translating as a refutation. Like if I'm arguing with something, I'm in a debate, when I'm trying to put my point more with more passion and with more stress, then what I do, I add ma. And when we have a ma, it means like we're starting with a no. No, this is not true, right? So no, the man is not Muslim. Saying man is not Muslim and saying no, the man is not Muslim, they are two different style of saying a word. So, and there's a different degree of emphasis. When I'm saying, no, this man is not Muslim, especially I'm just making a remark about the person. No, this man is not Muslim. But I'm saying, no, this man is not Muslim. It means that
Yeah,
something is going on in debate. I'm trying to
yeah,
emphasize
it
on
sounds
my
like
opinion.
someone is saying something and you're saying no, the man is not Muslim.
Yeah, exactly. And you will see these examples in Quran where because Allah Ta'ala is trying to, because there are something in, when talking to Yahud and Nasara, because they had the true scriptures, and what they did, they changed it, and then they tried to debate with Rasul Pak Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam on those topics. They used to come and ask questions, and then Allah Ta'ala is like, if you say no, you already knew that this is not true, because you already know what the truth is. It's something that you already know, and you are trying to hide it, and you are trying to change it. So then you, when you're trying to make a stronger statement over a debate, then you use negation with ma. Is that clear, Sister Hodma? Different between ma and
So,
Laisa?
so is ma stronger?
Ma is stronger. Ma is in the debate format, right? Okay, if I say, you ate chocolate, you will say, no, I did not eat chocolate. Then I say, you eat chocolate, you say, no, I did not eat chocolate. Right? So what, first you just say a statement, no. Then you say what? You try to emphasize on your words. Or
And
I
sister,
say, when
oh,
you say I did not eat chocolate, I say no, you eat chocolate. So this is what I we, when we're trying to, we are in debate and we are into another degree of emphasis when we use ma.
and Sister Hudma, it's the same in the other one, Jumlah Filia as well. When we have
Yes.
the ma, it's therefore refutation or debate.
Ma is all only used mostly for refutation. Now, Sister Hodma, I want to read the Laisa part, please.
Okay. I'm so sorry, the alarm's just going off.
Okay, I will let Sister Samia read it then, please.
Laysa. Laysa is an odd type of fi'l madi.
Mhm.
This means that it conjugates and can have an inside pronoun. When negating a sentence that has a pronoun as a mubtada, the pronoun no longer appears as an independent pronoun. Rather, it appears as a damir
Mustatir.
mustatir. Rather, it appears as a damir mustatir inside of the laysa. The ma, on the other hand, cannot conjugate, nor can it carry a pronoun. It always remains the same.
Yes, something that I asked Sister Hodma when we were doing the example, and we know when we studied Kana Nikhwataha that Laisa, when we are doing its chart, it's conjugate as a failul Madi, Laisa, Laisa, Laisu. So as in the pattern of failul Madi, and we considered those afal naqisa as a fail, but they when they are put into a sentence, they give us a formation of a jumla ismiya, not jumla failure. But since they are fail, they what they have a fail and a damir pronoun inside it. So then we have Laisa, we have to use this Laisa according to the mubtada that we have, and it cannot appear, it cannot appear as a independent pronoun, but it's a pronoun inside what? The Laisa. But in the case of ma, it's nothing. Whatever the mubtada is, it will remain, and only ma just come before it,
What
and
does
no change.
mustatir mean?
Mustatar, mustatar mean is how to explain it.
Is it in
Mm,
attached? Does it just mean attached pronoun?
no, mustatar. Let me check because I know how to explain this word
Okay.
because we have that word in Urdu as well, and that means very complicated. Oh gosh, I can find it in other tools. Let me find another dictionary. Other tool. Mus- Oh yes, mustatar means hidden, hidden pronoun, inside pronoun.
Hidden inside
Yeah,
pronoun. Okay.
mustatar means hidden.
So the mustathir, the laysa and the mir mustathir together make the mubtada.
Yes. So when we have like rajulu muslimin, when we have a rajula, we would raise laysa because the pronoun inside laysa is a pronoun, is a mubtada, and rajulu is also a
It
mubtada.
has to be huwa. It has to be
It's to be
huwa, right?
huwa. So
Or
that's
hiya.
why we use laysa, huwa. When I say
Mm-hmm.
rajalani, then what we have to do? The
You need to change it.
appropriate form of laysa for it. As per the because of mubtada we have an ism, but and the laysa we have to have a pronoun matching that mubtada.
But does it not have to be huwa still?
Not always huwa.
The outside. No, if there's an outside doer,
For outside always huwa, it's huwa or hiya.
yeah. So
But
then the
if
translation will change, isn't it? If it's lasna rajulaini, then the meaning will change because then you're not going to look for an outside doer if it's something other than.
okay, I
And
understand what I
I
know what
was,
you can. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. We will study it later when we are doing the
okay.
laysa. That
But
the
I
laysa
understand
topic is
now because
starting.
it can
Yes.
still be huwa, but it can be obviously singular, plural, or dual or plural. It can still be, isn't it?
Let's do it now. We'll do it later. I got your point. And when do this laysa chart, and we'll have this example, and then I will answer your question. I got your question right because you are asking because when we are looking for the outside doer, we have to go for the huwa and hiya format, and for rest of us we do not have an outside doer, right?
Yeah.
That's your question. Yes, I'm going to answer that after this completing this topic, right? So this is the laysa chart. Huwa laysa, huma laysa, hum laysu, hiya laysat, huma laysata, hunna lasna, anta lasta, antuma lastuma, antum lastum, anti lasti, antuma lastuma, antunna lastunna, ana lastu, and nahnu lasna. So this chart you have to remember, right? Because there's no other way. You just have to remember that. So when we say rasa is a regular phase, notice how ya drop from hunna onwards. So if you try to compare it with the normal fi'l madi chart, so how would you do that? Remember fi'l nasara, huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum
Yeah, it's just
nasaru.
after
So
the group of women, then it drops the yeah.
yes. So you see, laisa, laisau, lesu, la yasa sin, la yasin, hiya laisat, huma laisata, hunna lasna.
Yes.
What happened here? Ya gone away and we have only lam and sin. And from that onward, we only have lam and sin. So only laisa with la, ya and sin are huwa, huma, hum, hiya and huma.
So the Rajulaini example, it won't be hunna then. Let's know because that's for women. It will be laysa.
Sorry, which one?
Or when you asked for the change the laysa to the Rajulaini,
Yes, so sister use
Rajulani,
hunna
Rajul.
because that's for women. I just skipped that because I just wanted to understand if she can get the concept because she
Yeah.
doesn't have a Lisa chart handy and we hadn't studied Lisa chart.
So
I
it will
just
be
wanted to
laysa.
understand at that
Yeah.
time that she understand that we have to use the
Change.
different form. Exactly.
Okay.
That's fine. Now, if you have to remember the chart, and then we studied from here to negate a sentence that has a proper pronoun as a mubtada using laysa.
Sorry, could
Conjugate
you
laysa.
repeat that very last the point that Sister Sami was making?
Okay, when I ask you to use the rajalani, when I say rajalani, and I ask you to use the proper format of laysa before it, you said lasna.
Okay.
Lasna is for women, not for men. And we are talking about
Mm,
rajala, which is a man. So I
okay.
did not correct you there because all I was asking at that time, have not studied the Laysa chart then. So all I wanted to understand that you know that we have to change the Laysa according to the pronoun. We cannot always be a Laysa, it could be different formats. Since now we are studying the Laysa chart, now you can pick the right Laysa for Rajulu. What would be that one?
Rajalu would
Rajulani.
be,
If I say
um
Rajulani, then
Muslims.
which pronoun would you pick up?
So it Muslimani.
Rajulani.
Um, Rajulani would be a pair.
Yes.
So oh, I see what I did. Okay. Huwa laysat laysata. No, laysa.
Laysa, because Rajula means men.
Yeah,
So it would be Laysa, not Lesta.
not like nah. Okay.
If I say Rajulaini, then what would be?
Any. So it's still dual, but it's just
Yes.
nasable jar.
Yes. 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 Very good. Very good. And we cannot have Rajulaini because it's a Mubtada. We can only have Rajulani
Yeah, and Rafa state.
in Nafi status. Very good. So you are started picking the trick question now. Sister Hodma, did you get what Sister Samia said?
Yeah, when we're translating the laces,
Mm.
you have to go with the the gender and the number.
The gender and the number. We have to
That's
pick the right gender and right number to use the right form of Lisa in your sentence. Actually, you will not be making sentences, right? You will be when you're reading Quran, our purpose is to understand what it is. So if you remember this whole examples, then you will be able to pick why it is there, right? So, but since we have a grammatical understanding, so now we are talking about putting the right form of a Lisa there, and that will how make your brain to process. So this is why where we are trying to revise actually what we have studied so far with these discussions. Does
okay.
that? Yeah.
The damir of the mustatir,
Hmm.
like that, it's just what we've always been doing.
It's a hidden pronoun, inside
Just
pronoun. The main mustatir is inside pronoun,
okay. Because I was
a
trying to
hidden
understand
pronoun.
Sister Samia's question of when we have huwa and hiya,
Yeah.
then those are outside doers, so they're not damir mustatir.
I say
Say
we will
if they're
come back
outside.
to that. Just drop that
Okay.
topic. We'll come back to that later when we have studied Lisa more. Inshallah,
Okay.
I will answer your question. I will not leave that question unattended. So now we are talking about using the right form of Lisa according to the mubtada in our sentence. And this is a chart that will give us what is the right format of Lisa to use. All right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay. What is that? The negating sentence that has a pronoun as a mubtada. Now we are talking about pronoun as a mubtada. What are the pronoun? Huwa, hiya, huma, right? When we have pronoun as a mubtada, not another ism, when you have pronoun as a mubtada, that we're talking about here. Like the example is anta mu'minun or yeah, huwa muslimun or something like that, right? So now this say when we have the pronoun as a mubtada, what we have to do? Conjugate the lesa according to the pronoun. Second is get rid of the pronoun, put the khabar in nasab or attached a be to it and put in a jar majroor form. So what is happening? What we're talking about here? When our mubtada is what? Pronoun. Not an isim, not a any other fragment, but what? A pronoun. So first thing is clear what we're talking about here.
Yes.
Sister
It
Samia,
would just,
Sister Hodma?
it would just be like huwa
Yes.
Muslim, Musliman, or
Yes.
here. It won't be like rajul or
Yeah. Yes, we have
something.
a huwa, hiya, huma, anta, any of ana, nahnu, any form of independent pronoun which is our mubtada. So example is anta mu'minun. What does anta mean?
You,
You. Mu'minun means mu'min.
believer,
So it means
mu'min, believer.
you are believer, you are mu'min.
Mm.
Now we want to say you are not mu'min. Then what is the format of Laisa to use when we have anta?
Lasta.
Lasta. Going back to the chart to show you. You are not is
Mm.
anta, right?
Anta,
Anta lasta. So we instead of anta, what we use here? Lasta.
lasta.
And what is to do with the mominun? How you change it to uh, for the khabar of Laisa? You
Mansub.
convert it into
Nasta. Mansub.
mansub. The first option is you convert it into mansub, which is lasta mominun. And if you have an emphasis, are you into refutation? Then what? How would you say it? Lasta bi mominin. There are two ways we studied, but two ways have different usage. So
Yeah,
when we
the
have
bag.
yes, so when we have a sentence starting with anta or any pronoun, what we do first, according to that pronoun, we use the accurate form of laysa, and then since it's a laysa, the khabar will be mansoob, normal sentence. If we have refutation, what we do, we add ba zaida and make it majroor. And what will the difference of translation? Lasta mu'minin, you are not mu'min, and
Yeah,
lasta bi
the
mu'minin,
emphasis.
no, you are not mu'min.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
So with the ba, it's the same as ma, yeah? So when we had ma, we have no, like it's emphasis. So with the ba of emphasis, it will be same as well. You had the no in front.
exactly. Um, okay, the second one. Sister Hodma, I want you to do that.
Okay. Hunna mu'minatun.
Mm-hmm.
So they, females,
Mm-hmm.
are mu'mins.
Okay.
They're believers.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put the version. So lasna
Mm-hmm.
mu'minatin.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because is it partly flexible?
Mm-hmm. Which is
Um,
partly flexible?
but then it's not
Which is partly
Muslimun. No, I'm looking because before it was the laysa plus a khabar that is mansub.
okay, Sister Hodma, give me a Muslima chart, moment Muslima chart, please.
Muslima chart is not partly flexible, and I know that.
Give me the Muslima chart. I just wanted to check if how much you remember.
Okay. Muslimatun, muslimatani,
No,
musliman,
Muslimatin. That's how we remembered, right?
muslimatun, muslimatun, muslimatin,
Mm-hmm.
muslimatani, muslimataini,
Mm-hmm.
muslimatun, muslimatin.
So what is the nasab status of plural?
The nasb status is muslimatin,
So what is here?
muslimatin.
Mu'minatin.
Oh, sorry,
So,
mu'minatin.
so it's a rafa or jar. Oh, sorry, it's a rafa nasab or jar.
Here is nasab.
It's nasab. So lasna mu'minatin.
Yeah.
Right? See? You knew that. We just got confused.
Yeah, I actually don't know why I did know that.
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. Happens with me. Completely forgot about Ba Zaida, unless I saw that coming. So it happens
It's
Um,
because I hadn't, revised my lectures. So it happens. We're all human.
can I ask
and
you
then
finish?
we
So I'll let you finish.
then the last one, ليس بمؤ بمؤمنات.
Hmm?
We have the
Lasna bi
ليس
muminatin, not laysa.
لسنا
Lasna
sorry,
because it was hunna. So
لسنا.
hunna become lasna.
Yes. So the hunna made it lasna,
Mm.
and it's بمؤمنات because it is the jar form of mu'min.
Jar form of
مؤمنة.
muminatin. Yeah, nasab and jar remains the same. Mumina become muminatin. So lasna bi muminatin. And how would you translate lasna muminatin versus lasna bi muminatin?
Um, they are not mu'mins,
These
and
women are
no,
not mu'min.
no, they are not mu'min.
No, they women are not mu'min. So when you say they, you have to confirm that it's a they feminine, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Is
Very
that a quick question? So normally, so the hunna mu'minatun, so it would be mubtada and khabar,
good.
the pronoun. So when we're doing it is the laysa, then the whole thing is the mubtada.
How can whole thing be mubtada? Mubtada is replaced by laysa or its or its
So then
form.
so
So
the lasna
muminatin is a
here,
khabar.
the mu'minatin is khabar. Okay,
Hunna is
and the,
replaced by lasna or anta is replaced by lasta. So our
okay,
mubtada is lasna. So what when we say kana and ikhwatuha, those kana and ikhwatuha, what they become? They become our mubtada,
yeah,
right? So the
okay.
whole topic that we
So,
studied about
so, so
farinaqisa, they become mubtada and the rest become a
khabar.
khabar.
So is it with the ma, the it's part of the mubtada. The ma can't be separately the mubtada.
No, ma is just a harf, but laysa is a
Is a
fi'l naqisa,
yeah,
right?
okay, got
Harf does not have as the status of mubtada or anything. It just get attached to something.
it. Okay,
So lesna mu'minatun become, you know, these women are not Muslim. Lesna women, these women are not at all Muslim, right?
yeah.
No, these women are
Yeah.
not at all Muslim.
I just want,
Sorry,
in terms of
the
labeling,
question
I
that
think
you asked
it's
about
okay.
that ma and ba has having a same effect. No, ma is for refutation and ba is for emphasis. I don't know why I am confusing ba all the time. Ba is not refutation, ba is zaida emphasis. So no, it will be a not at all, not ma is a no before and ba is the not at all, right? Or completely
Okay.
no or something.
So Laysa means not,
Is not,
is not.
yes, or is
So
not
then the ba,
or
so
not.
how do you show the emphasis then if they both mean is not?
Not at all. Then why ba is
Oh,
adding?
not
It's
at
just
all,
not
yeah.
at all. It's
Not
giving a
at
one more degree of emphasis.
all. Okay, got it. So when we have because we can have ma and then we can have the ba with it, then in that case it would be no, not at all.
No, not at all. Yes.
Okay, I got it, yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
no, it's fine.
I am getting confused today. Usually I'm not. I just woke up. Usually I sleep late on Saturday
It's okay, we haven't had a
after.
class before.
Yeah, after
You have to get in you have to get in the rhythm of it, like
uh, I know, I know. So yes, so please carry on reading, Sister Samia.
when constructing or translating, make sure that laysa and the khabar match in number and gender.
Hmm. That
Notice
was
that in the examples above, when the mubtada is masculine, so is the khabar and vice versa.
so we know that mubtada and khabar has to match in number and gender. That we had it here. When we have hunna, we have mominatin. We're talking about what Muslim women. That's why I use that pronoun. And that when we have anta, it was mominun because that is masculine and singular here is feminine and plural. So this is something that we have studied already long time
Mm.
ago in detail. Um, now I would like to see Sister Hodma doing this example, the first example below. that how in the Quran these were used as a different tool. So please study, try to analyze this example. Mahaza basharan.
ما هذا بشر. So ma is used for refusing,
Ma of negation. Yes.
the ma of negation. هذا is is هذا is فعل not فعل. Did I say فعل? I mean
First tell me what it is. Like first what we do micro level or macro level.
macro.
So first what we do مبتدا
اسم.
خبر متعلق بالخبر, right?
Yeah.
So what
So
is هذا?
هذا would be our مبتدا.
Mm-hmm.
Our invisible is, and then basharan would be our khabar.
Basharan is our khabar. Now give me what is haza as a mubtada.
هذا is مبتدا and it's مرفوع.
Yes, but where did we study haza? How do we classify the word haza?
اسم إشارة.
اسم إشارة. haza, hazani, haulai.
And it's masculine.
It's,
And
yeah, so
basharan,
we have identified that haza is an ism al-ishara. For Arab, it's fine. And what is basharan?
it is our khabar
Mm-hmm.
and it is mansub.
It's mansub and it is singular and masculine, as you said, right?
Yeah.
That is fine. So if haza means this and bashara means human, so how would you translate ma haza basharan?
So if هذا basharun is this human, then you negate it by saying um the no is the no, sorry. The ma, you said it's in debate, so you say no.
Yes, no before anything.
Yeah. So no, this is not human.
No, this is not a human. Very good. And if we didn't have a ma before it, how would the sentence look like?
This is human. This is a human.
So how would you say in Arabic?
هذا بشر.
Haza basharun. Very good. The basharun here is because of ma. Otherwise, it would be haza basharun. It would be a simple sentence. Very good. Now, Sister Samia, do the second one, please.
وَمَا اللَّهُ بِغَافِلٍ. So we have Jumlah Ismiyah. So
Mm.
the wa is harf mallahu. Together that would make the mubtada.
Now you have
And
to say
bighaf
ma is a harf in negation first.
ma is harf negation, and together with the lafz jalala it would make the mubtada.
Mm-hmm.
Bighafilin is the khabar
Mm-hmm.
in majroor.
Mm-hmm. What is ba here?
Ba is the ba of
Zai
emphasis.
ba of
Zaida.
zaida. Yeah, ba of
Zaida. Ba of
zaida.
zaida. And it
Very
makes
good.
the ism majroor. Khabar
Majroor.
majroor.
Very good. So now try to translate it.
So the ma would give the extra no. So no.
Mm-hmm.
So ghafil means
Ghafil means who does not pay attention, who does not know. Right?
yeah,
If you are ghafil from something, if you are not paying attention to something, if you are not aware of something, right? So
yeah.
here that use the term heedless. It means that you are not aware, not paying attention to something.
Okay. So and then the ba zaida would be not at all.
Very good.
So no, Allah is not at all attentionless or heedless.
Heedless. How the word used, I know, yes or no, unaware or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes. When you say that Allah doesn't know what when people say that what you're doing, how would Allah know? It's like Allah is not ghafil. Allah is not like he's not paying attention. He doesn't know what's happening. He's not aware of. He aware of every single thing that we are doing in this world.
Yeah.
So that's
With heed, I think with heed you're aware and then you're taking an action as well. But with
yes,
just being aware of something, you're just, it's in your head. But so I think that's why heed is used because Allah is aware and He's also going to take action
action
about
against it.
it.
Yes. So when you say, you what they use ghafil and when you are doing something and you put somebody to say that, okay, can you testify against it? And say, no, I'm ghafil. I don't know. I haven't seen what happened. I'm not aware of it. So that is the one when you say ghafil, it means something who was not there, who was not seeing that, who was not listening to that, who was not in the presence of what the action was taking place. That means that he does not have a information or awareness of what is going on around. This is the term when ghafil represent.
Yeah.
So is these two examples clear? Now the structure and placement is getting clear to you, both of you?
Yeah, definitely. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Yep.
Okay, now we have a look at the Laysa sentences. Now, okay, Sister Samia, I want to go first, and then I want to do Sister Hudma the next one.
Okay. So here we have ليسوا سواء. So here we have جمل. It's a فعل ناقص that we label it as a جملة اسمية. So here we have the ليسوا as the مبتدا,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the
When we have a laysu, which what is the pronoun?
yeah, we have the ضمير مستتر inside of it.
Forget this
And the
Damir Mustatir thing. Just tell me what is the
inside
um
pronoun
what
is plural. Yeah,
what
I
is the
understand.
instant?
It's
Why
home.
we're using laysu here? So tell me
This
what's the pronoun
because the inside pronoun is home.
is hum. Right. Good. So there was hum sawaun that you converted into laysu sawa'an.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
here the ليسوا is the مبتدا and the سواء is the خبر منسوب.
Very good. And how would you
So
translate it?
what does سواء mean?
Sawa'un means same, similar, equal.
So 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 after the mubtada we have the invisible are. So they are not the same.
They are not the same. So they are the
I
same. They are not the same.
I have a question. Sawa'an is not proper, so we still have it there.
When you say they are not same, then you are comparing something, right? When you
Yeah.
are comparing, you are putting emphasis on something. Like you have two things to compare apart. Then you are pointing at something. Then it become what proper. Some word when by its not by its form, but by its usage become proper.
Okay.
Like when I saying that they are not same or they are not the same, they both are fine. Because if I have if because one word say proper, when we start pointing at something that becomes proper, when
Yeah.
pronoun become proper, because when I say
Mm-hmm.
huwa here become proper because I'm not just talking about something, I'm just talking about one particular thing. And that when you are talking about one particular thing, that becomes what? Proper. It does not remain common. Common is that we have so many things that are in common. Like when we say
Okay.
Muslim, Muslims, there are so many Muslim around there. Muslim can be anyone. But if I'm talking about that Muslim, then what it is that Muslim become what? Proper. So similarly, when we have when you same means when you're comparing something, then you are talking about something in particular. That's why the word ta is used here. But if you say you are not same, that will be fine grammatically as well.
Mhm.
You not have to put al before it.
Okay. Some
Okay.
words by their nature and their usage, they're just proper.
Yeah, when you are using the word same can be used in any different way, but they are not the same when you are saying it means that you are what? Comparing.
Okay.
If I say what would you like to go for a coffee or something, you say Americano, I say the same. It could be the same, but that doesn't mean that it is comparing. It's just the answer that I'm agreeing to you. It means the same. So same can have a different usage, but when it's used for so comparing, then it is somehow giving you a proper noun meaning.
Okay. Jazakallah
Good
khair.
question, Sister Samia. Very good question. Sister Hodma, now do the next one, please.
ليس بظلام. So Laysa is it's got the hidden huwa.
Laysa is a hidden huwa. So
it's
it
our
must be replacing a
mubtada.
huwa in the sentence, right?
Yeah. It's our mubtada in the
Mm-hmm.
sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And the lamin is our the ba zaida
Mm-hmm.
with khabar.
Khabar
Khabar
in
majroor.
majroor.
Majroor, sorry. Khabar
Majroor.
majroor.
Very good. And
Um,
so Laisa become what? Translate Laisa.
laysa laysa is not.
Laisa is just not
Or
is not. Laisa has a pronoun inside it. So give me the whole
he is
meaning.
not.
He is not. Good.
Bidlamin is dhulm. Is
The oppression.
wrongdoing. Oppression. Okay. He is not. He is not.
And what is the bar doing? It's going to be a not at all meaning.
Emphasis. So
Yes.
it would be he is not an oppressor, but then it's emphasized because of that but.
Yes. So he is
Okay.
not at all an oppressor.
Yep.
Okay, now first give me a simple sentence, not a negating sentence when we have to say he's not an oppressor. He is an oppressor. How would you say that?
Huwa huwa dhalam
Mm.
is the dhulm.
Zulm,
Huwa
yes.
okay, so when you're saying dhalamin, then
Mm.
you're making it plural.
No.
Oh, dhul.
Zulm is oppression,
Okay,
and
so huwa.
zalam is an oppressor.
Oh, I see. Okay, so huwa dhulmun.
Why zulm? Zulm
He
is an
oppresses.
oppression. He is oppression. Does it make any sense?
Oh, dhallamun.
Ha. Huwa zallamun means he
He oppresses.
is an oppressor. Now give me simple sentence that he is not an oppressor.
Would be laysa dhallaman.
Salaman. Very good. And now we're saying he is not at all an oppressor. Laisa be Zalaman.
Yeah.
So is that clear now?
Yes.
Because I saw that you were confused from your voice. So is that I hope it's clear now.
It was no. The only my only confusion was that word of It was I was confusing myself. The dhulm and the lam, and I was trying to work out where it fits. Like, is it irregular like jam'u taksir or what is it? Like
No,
in
no.
my head, I was thinking of other things.
Yes, fine. So zulm is oppression. It is also an ism, but what it is and zalam is a doer ism file.
Yep.
Right? And ism
Yeah.
file, and when you do inshallah ta'ala uh, surf, you will know the difference between all kind of an ism. One ism are some ism are the action, yeah, doer ism. Some ism are when we are with an idea, yeah, and when we have when we're showing the hunger and eat is an idea and it's considered as an ism, and eat is also a fail. So sometime like that you will study the different type of asma when you will be doing inshallah yourself.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, so also know that the sentence containing mutalik bil khabar, neither ma or laisa have an effect on the mutalik bil khabar. Okay, that's fine. Is that clear to you? Sorry, I just said fine. So when we have a mutalik bil khabar, we know the sentence says mubtada khabar and mutalik bil khabar. When we have a sentence with a mutalik bil khabar, it will remain as it is. It will have no effect either if you have a ma or laisa in front of it. Is that clear? All the changes is with the khabar. Mutalik bil khabar remains the same. And don't confuse mutalik bil khabar with the
So
ba fragment that I did.
the status won't change. Like it only affects the ma and laysa only affects the status of the
Khabar,
khabar.
not mutalik bil khabar, remains as it is in a
And
sentence.
the ba, what is it called?
Ba Zaida.
The ba zaida is not mutalik bil khabar, it's khabar. So you could have a ba zaida as the khabar, and then you can have another
Mutalik bil
mutalik bil
khabar.
khabar after that. Okay.
Exactly. Very good. Okay, now I'm coming to the question to Sister Samia ask. When we have outside door, and what would we do with the Laysa? So when we have an outside doer, like when we have an ism as a mubtada, then what we not a pronoun, uh, then what we do? We when we have to go for the huwa and hiya format of Laysa, right? All the other formats that we're using when we have a pronoun as a mubtada. Is that clear now, Sister Samia?
Sorry, Stella. Something distraction happened. Can you say it again, please?
Okay, so you asked me, Sister Samia, Sohodma also asked me this question that when we have ism other than damir as a mubtada, then we this is considered as an outside pronoun. An outside
Mm.
pronoun we will use the laysa or lista, lista, laysat, sorry, not lista, laysat for huwa here,
Yeah,
because when we have an outside pronoun we use either huwa or here format,
yeah.
and you will find the outside pronoun as only as a huwa here format.
Okay. So it's the same the rule that applies.
As when we do the afal naqsa, same rules of afal naqsa apply here.
Yeah. So the outside pronoun together will be the mubtada.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have to negate these sentences. As a drill too. So here mominatun. So I want sisters Hodma to do this one.
Oh, but it's not going to be when we were labeling the afal naqisa, we weren't labeling it as outside door. We were saying ism of the right? So it would be when we're labeling it, we were saying it's the
Considered as a
ism of.
mubtada. We consider them
Yeah.
as the mubtada together.
Okay. But we don't. Do we still say outside pronoun, or do we were saying like ism of kana? So we say
Ism
ism
of
of
Kana. We call it ism of Kana. We cannot say that so we say ism of Kana, ism of Laysa.
ism of laysa. Yeah, we're not gonna when we're labeling. I'm saying we're not gonna say outside door. We're gonna say ism of laysa, ism of kana,
Exactly.
right? Okay,
Exactly.
got it. Right.
Exactly. Any more questions before we go to drill?
No, sorry.
Okay, no, it's fine. As long as you are clear, you have questions, I'm happy. Uh, okay, Sister Hodma, hiya mu'minatun.
Okay. So we learned that Laysa changes the pronouns, but Ma has no effect.
So
Like, can you say Ma
we
here?
have four. First, tell me how many ways we have to negate this sentence.
We have 4 options.
Yeah, so go on with all four. First with the ma and then with the laysa.
Okay, so can I say Ma here
Mm,
mu'minatan?
very good.
Ma here bimu'minatin.
Very good.
And then it's gonna be the
Yes.
Laysat.
Laysat. Hiya laysat.
So
Laysat.
Laysat mu'minatan and Laysat bimu'minatin.
Very good. Now, Sister Samia, ad-darasu tawilun.
Okay. So ما الدرس طويلا.
Mm-hmm.
يعني ما الدرس بطويل.
Very good.
Then
Mm,
ليس الدرس طويلا.
very good.
ليس الدرس بطويل.
Very good. Very good. Now, leave the hum min al khasirin. Do the Sister Hodma do ummuhu min. Oh, so the same thing. Do the hum min al khasirin.
ما هم من ال it's using min.
Mm.
Mm, which is a متعلق بالخبر then.
So do we have a khabar here?
No.
So what will we do?
We said that it doesn't affect the متعلق بالخبر at all. So
Yes.
let's see.
It will remains the same. So ma hum min al khasirin. Yeah,
And okay. And then laysu min al
khasirina.
khasirin.
So we do not
Khasirin.
have a khabar, so we are not adding ba anywhere in both of these sentences. We cannot add ba,
Yep.
right? So we have a ma ba and laysa ba combination, right?
Yep.
Very good. Sister
So
Samia,
how would you, how, if we try to translate, how would it be?
uh, hum min al
Well,
khasirin. Hum
mm,
is they. Khasirin means those who are at a loss. So hum min al khasirin, they are
of
among the losers.
among, among the
So
So
we do
ma
not
would
have
be
a khabar, we
no.
have a mutalib bil khabar directly. So in Jumla Ismiyah, it's possible that we do not have a khabar, but a mutalib bil khabar.
Yeah.
And since we do not have a khabar, so we cannot do the changes or we cannot add bar to anything.
So it would
The
just be
middle,
translated as no, no, they are not.
yeah, so we have
Among.
ma, no, they are not among the khasirin. And laisu, they are not among the khasirin. Now your
Yeah.
turn with ummuhu.
Okay. So ma ma ummuhu min Misra,
Very good.
and then laysa or ummuhu is it feminine?
Ummu is feminine, yes.
So we would have laysat.
Laysat.
So laysat ummuhu min Misra.
Okay. Now, Sister Hodma, the question to you is why Misra? Why not Misri? Because we have min here.
It is a partly flexible.
Ism. It's a name of
Ism.
a place. It's a partly flexible ism. Very good. And what is ummuhu in terms of grammatical labeling? Is a mubtada, but what? How would you say that? What is ummuhu?
Uh, ummuhu. It is a mubtada that's marfu,
Yes, but
and it
is that
contains
is that an
an
ism? It's a fragment, or what it is?
it contains an attached pronoun who. So it is a your mother, right? Or it is
Yes,
a
idafa fragment.
idafa. Yeah.
You have to come quickly. Say it's an idafa fragment. Attached pronoun with an ism, idafa fragment. Right? It's a mubtada, but it's an idafa fragment.
So this would be his mother is from Misr,
Misr.
Egypt.
Yes.
So no, so the first one ma would be no, his mother is not from Egypt, and then
Laysat.
later would be just his mother is not
Not from.
from Egypt.
Yes. Very good.
Okay.
So is that topic clear now? I wanted to cover more, but I think we took more time here, but it's okay because it was after a long time and we had so many things to discuss. So inshallah, next time, is that time okay with you? Again, the weekdays are getting busier, so is Saturday time more suitable for all of you?
It's okay for me personally.
Sister Sami, is
And
that okay with you?
it's okay, uh, unless there's something planned, to go out or something, but otherwise
Yeah, the
it's
same with me, same with me.
Mhm.
But as if it's everything is fine, we will keep Saturday as a slot now.
Okay.
Okay, the
Will we have a
timing,
lesson on
could it,
Tuesday?
So time and for on Tuesday, I think I we should take it off now
Okay.
because my days are getting busier.
Saturday, the timing, could it be earlier or is it going to stay with 11:30?
Um, I would say to stay at 11:30.
Because then Dhuhr, then we have to rush Dhuhr, like
Yeah,
Asr
that's
is
the
at
trouble with
1:30.
me. I have to rush with Zohar as well. But if it's a quarter past, that will be better.
Yeah,
Quarter past 11 to quarter to 1. Is that fine?
okay. Okay,
Yep.
inshallah.
All right, then let
Jazakallah
me
khair.
add the class.